Wolfie!
Lucas!
Hello.
Howdy.
So, I have something to show you.
Okay, I'm worried.
First off, you're familiar with the Hawktua girl?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. Apparently, she's launching her own podcast under Jake Paul's media company.
What?
The podcast is going to be called Tua Talk. For starters, why on earth does anyone want to join Jake Paul's media company?
I know, right? Clearly no one else wants her because she doesn't have anything to offer. She made a weird noise that was kind of funny once, and that's all she's got.
It was funny the very first time I saw it, and then people fetishized it. They just went completely overboard with it and made her, for some reason, I can't even say influencer because that's not what it is.
She's like
they gave her internet clout.
Yeah, the hide your kids, hide your wife guy, except she didn't do anything.
Right. That one is funnier too.
And that's still catchy to this day.
Exactly.
What is Hawktua?
He's an icon. She's just some poser.
I think the worst part about Hawktua is that it doesn't work without like the full line behind it, but no one ever says the full line. They just make the noise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty atrocious, but people are starting to think that she might be an industry plant. Now let me read you this insane quote I found on Twitter. So it's the original post was made by Dexterdo, who posted that like she's gonna start her company, or under the company of Jake Paul, make her podcast. And then this guy quote tweets it with, "Wait till y'all find out she's low-key a former Israeli soldier cosplaying a Southern belle after her billionaire dad hired a PR firm to scrub her past off the internet, particularly her old TikTok where she ain't even speak English, let alone had a fake Southern accent."
What? Oh, very specific. They know something.
I don't want to know what they know. The amount of things that like shocked me as I continued to read this, like it just kept getting worse and worse.
It's so specific and it has to be real.
I can't believe. No, I refuse to believe that it's real.
And it sounds familiar too.
It probably
so maybe it's just
is
taking from something.
It
but
probably
it sounds
is taking
familiar
from something. But there was one comment that was like, "Not sure if it's true or not, but I'm starting to think there's no such thing as an organic viral internet growth anymore. Everybody's an industry plant." I'll believe that. I'll believe that one.
Technically, yeah. Technically, yeah, she is an industry plant. They are artificially boosting her up using just money and connections. Because she sure didn't do anything.
No, it's like, this has got to be one of the, like lowest effort rise to, like, popularity I've ever seen.
God.
At least in, like, the most recent years. At least somebody, and it wasn't even like she made content. She was, like, on a street interview.
Yeah, she's just some schmuck.
Right, she's just something that they found that someone, like you said, she made a kind of funny noise.
What's her podcast even about?
It doesn't say. It just said, oh, my favorite part, by the way, I don't know her name. Nobody knows her name.
No.
The article is just, it says, the Hawktua girl is launching her own podcast.
Not even the article.
I do not know her name. I don't know anyone that calls her anything but the Hawktua girl.
No one knows her game.
I could not tell you.
She's on the same level as, like, the gun girl.
Oh, yeah. You keep referencing this gun girl.
She's like the only other one I know.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty similar. It's astounding. But,
truly.
We'll see. We have to listen to one of her first episode.
If it ever comes, I'll be ready.
Do an episode on it.
A podcast about a podcast.
That's right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 132 of You're Ridiculous.
Woo!
Sorry to disappoint everybody that this is not episode 1 of Tua Talk.
No. Or maybe you're relieved.
Maybe everybody's relieved. Let's be honest.
We gotta name this episode Tua Talk.
I refuse. I'm petitioning to not. Last week, we talked about season 2 of Sweet Tooth.
We did indeed.
It was good. It was a good season. I miss General Abbott already.
I know, right?
But no more about him. We've talked about him enough. This week, though, we are talking about Wolf's trip to PAX West.
Yeah, that's where I went.
And then, as always, finishing it off with a question of the week from Rain. Wolf, let's get right into it. You went to PAX West recently. How was it?
Oh, it was great. This is like the first time I've been to a convention that I felt was worth the price.
How much? So, obviously, it was in California because it's PAX West.
No, it was in Seattle.
Oh, really?
That's why I had to drive 15 hours.
Oh. I just assumed it was I just assumed it was in California. Fair enough. But my point still stands that you didn't have to take a plane.
I did not.
Which is where I was going with it. So you drove, obviously, so gas prices. How much in, say, not what you spent on, like, merch or whatever, just the cost of the trip itself. How much was that, like, roughly? They're doing calculations by hand.
Hold on. I lost track already.
Oh, God. It's off the rails.
Probably around like 200, 250. Something like that.
That is way less than I thought you were going to say.
I get really good mileage on my car.
Well, sure, but I just thought, well, how much were the tickets? Like 100 and something?
Oh, I guess I didn't factor in the tickets. The tickets were $77 per day. So add another like, what is it, 200 onto that?
Well, how many days did you go?
3.
Okay, so add another $210.
Yeah.
I mean,
or a total of like 600, I guess. I've already lost track.
Yeah, it's around there. It doesn't matter the specifics. It's
around.
And
the exorbitant amount. Probably add another $100 on fucking parking in the garage. Oh my God.
Classic parking.
I was so mad every day.
It is awful. Well, at least it's like we never went to a college with parking costs, but my cousins and my sister did. My sister had to pay $400 for the semester.
Oh my God.
Just to park on the campus that she pays to go to.
Ridiculous. Irredeemable.
And obviously, like, parking costs other places are worse as well. But yeah, I'm not surprised you had to pay a lot of money for parking.
Yeah, I think, and then I guess that's like the event cost, and then there was like the hotel cost, of course. And that one was a bit exorbitant because it was not a nice hotel. It was $910.
It's Seattle, though, so it's not that
4 days.
Yeah.
The first day we got there, our sink broke.
I did see that.
Like, it fell out of the wall.
like full stop. Like, the whole thing just is collapsed. And how did that get fixed? Or, like, what was the result?
We just didn't have a sink. We had to use the bathtub.
Did you tell them?
I did. And they were like, oh, we're going to send a person tomorrow morning. First thing in the morning. No one ever came.
Okay. So you have to use the bathtub for all the sink stuff?
Yeah.
$900, huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, well, disregarding that, you decided to cosplay this time.
I did indeed. I managed to make it happen. I was down to the wire, last second, every day.
Naturally.
I got maybe 4 hours of sleep per night that week.
Astute listeners of the podcast will remember that 2 episodes ago, we recorded one of our episodes with Wolf, like, wrapped in saran wrap. And boy, was that funny. Because you were, like, not nearly as expressive as you normally are because it was making noise.
It was making so much noise. And just a little crinkle, and suddenly it just blows up on Audacity.
It was so funny. But
I went as Vanny. That's the important part.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to get back into it. From Five Nights at Freddy's, which apparently
naturally. There are a significant amount of Five Nights at Freddy's fans who don't know who Vanny is.
Well, then they're not fans.
I guess they're fans of, like, the old stuff, because so many... I'll get it. So I guess we'll just get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
PAX West, big gamer convention. It is. I don't know what PAX stands for, but
excellent question. I'll find out.
The big gaming convention in which all the like it's more like company hosted. I noticed unlike other conventions I've been to, where it's pretty evenly split between companies and like indie artists. Though maybe it's just the way they had to organize. But so like there was like the main building they called the Arch, which is where all like the brands were, namely like Steel Wool, Nintendo, Battle Blocks Theater was there, which is shocking. I guess they're working on a new game. Little Nightmares 3 was there, and there was also like a Pokemon dedicated booth on the second day. Second day onwards. And then a bunch of fighting games I didn't recognize.
The only one that I was really interested in was Little Nightmares 3, obviously.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much that I saw. I didn't go, obviously, for viewers that didn't piece that together already. But during the announcements, there was a couple different... There was like 12 to 20 games talked about during announcements and stuff, and the only one that was like moderately good from us was Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah.
So, not the most exciting PAX, for at least for announcements, but, can't win them all. I will say, though, you'll never guess what PAX stands for.
What?
Okay, I'm going to give you the first word and see if you can get the rest.
Okay.
Penny.
You've already lost me. What? I thought you were going to say, like, player.
No, Penny, the Penny Arcade Expo.
What?
Yeah.
Gotta know the story behind that.
It stands for Penny Arcade Expo, which is the name of a series of gaming conventions that celebrate video and tabletop gaming. The conventions include a variety of activities, and then it lists panos, concerts, tournaments, all this stuff. Now, there's PAX East, there's PAX West, and then there's PAX Unplugged, which is specifically for board games.
And there's a PAX EU.
And there's what?
Like Australia, PAX
Yeah.
AU.
Yeah.
AU.
Yeah, PAX AU. I guess it's specifically analog games. It's not just board games, but specifically non-electric games. So that's what PAX stands for, though.
The more you know.
Right? I think I knew that at one point, maybe, but it's definitely not like a acronym that sticks with you.
Right. They just call it PAX now. It's its own word.
It's so much easier. Because, like, everyone knows what you mean. Like, oh, yeah, we went to PAX.
Yeah.
Nobody says, I will, like, I'd freak out if someone said, oh, I went to the Penny Arcade Expo. Like, check them into a hospital, ask if they're okay.
This was a huge convention, and apparently this year everyone downsized because last year, probably because of COVID, there was a low turnout, so everyone like adjusted accordingly, which is insane. I cannot fathom it being any bigger than what it was.
I think downsizing is just happening naturally with a lot of expos because they're sort of I think they're slowly phasing out.
No.
Just conventions in general, it feels like they're phasing out with the downshift from like the Game Awards not specifically the Game Awards because that one's still pretty big.
Yeah.
But like EE3 is done, right?
And so non-existent.
Right, and so I think that's sort of starting it, and I think conventions are almost happening in a similar wave, but it could also just be COVID recovery and all that.
It'd be wild if conventions were dying, because fandom is like bigger than ever now, because all the normies discovered it during COVID.
Yeah, I think it might be time to bring back DashCon.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think? I mean, like, surely we could get the ball pit going again.
Everything deserves a second chance.
If the fandoms are big as ever, surely there's a fandom that wants to revive DashCon.
Oh, surely. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, frankly.
Honestly, jokes aside, I am too, actually. I feel like that's something along the lines of the, like, invade Area 51 type shit.
Yeah.
Like, everyone shows up to DashCon 2025. Anyway.
DashCon Part 2.
Back to back to a convention that isn't dying.
Ah, yes, yes.
Or isn't already dead.
I mostly spent my time. Oh, so weird. I think the way to do it, and the way I'll do it next year, is to pick an area and stay there. Because there's so much happening all at once that as you try to go around doing different things, you end up missing more than you get to do.
Yeah. It's a lot of, figuring out what you want, finding where it is, going there, and then waiting. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, well, are we going to keep waiting? We could be doing something else. And then you go somewhere else, and you got to wait again.
Yeah. Day one. I'm glad we went day one. Because that was my only chance to play anything. I got to play the Steel Wool today. Surprise demo. They didn't announce they were doing a demo of Secret of the Mimic.
Yep.
And it's going to be both normal game and it's going to have a VR mode. And oh my god, it was terrifying.
Really?
Yeah, I was so freaked out. I actually didn't finish the demo because I kept dying.
Oh my god, that never happens to you.
I know, right?
Oh my god, I'd be sobbing in a ball if I tried to play it.
Yeah, it's got this new Jack-in-the-Box character, and it's like a chase sequence, and it's got long springy arms that and so in the corner of your eye you just see an arm reaching out in front of you, and you know something's about to come springing forward, and it just made me so nervous.
Did you take the hat off for it, the head?
I did. I had to take that off.
Okay.
I actually didn't get to wear the head much because it was too dark inside.
Oh, yeah. I guess
I was just running into things. Full force.
Naturally, though, you put it back on for the pictures.
Oh, of course, of course.
What else did you play?
I played some... Honestly, that's kind of was it. Because on the second day, it was too packed. So the lines were constantly capped, and it was just sheer luck. If you happened to be passing by, they might let you in if your timing was right. And my timing was never right.
Oh, brutal.
I did get to play a couple of indie games. There was one that was have you heard of Unboxing?
I have.
It was like that, but it was more like an RPG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get to the RPG part because the unboxing part didn't hold my attention. But it was very cute.
Fair enough.
There was a like I said, the Battle Block Theater was there. I think it was a new game they were showing off. It's probably a tech demo or something. I didn't get to play it. Nintendo was there just as a store, as a Pokemon store.
Yeah, they always are, the greedy bastards.
I didn't get to play Little Nightmares 3, but I did get to watch it from a distance, and it looked real good because this one's co-op. That's its deal.
Yeah, I'm interested to. I haven't read anything about the actual announcement yet, but I saw that it was happening. I'm interested to see where they continue off from where they left.
Yeah,
or if it's a whole new thing since it's co-op. Because the last thing that I really remember was the character that you were playing as, or the one that was following you, was also the villain that you were like trying to avoid.
Yeah. No, number 2 was also a prequel.
Right. Yeah. It was also the one where I kept calling it the wrong name.
What did you keep calling him? Zero or something?
I don't remember. It was like every single time I tried to use the name, I called it somebody else. I don't remember. Anyways, I think I'll be able to find it. Keep talking.
All right. I met Dawko and I met John FNAF. No one probably knows who that one is, but I'm a fan of him. And he signed. I didn't have anything for them to sign, but they signed my sister's cosplay item. She went as
cool.
Abba from Guilty Gear, and so she had a giant Paracelsus she made.
A giant Paracelsus?
It's so cool. Its name is Paracelsus. It's a giant key.
Oh,
that's Abba's husband.
I'll take your word for it.
And then, like I said before, there were 2 buildings. So that was the first building. That was all that. Oh, and I went to Freddy Fazbear's birthday party. Moving on to the second building. That was where there was an entire floor, like the size of huge, like the size of a football field, of just trading card games, those kind of games, those kind of games. I didn't buy anything because I don't play trading card games, but you probably would have loved it. You could have spent all day in there.
That's probably where I would have been. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I found the title where we talk about it. It was shocking. It was episode 6 where we talk about Little Nightmares, and it says, "Who are Styx and Milo?"
Styx and Milo.
Because who were the actual characters' names?
Mono and I think 6.
Yeah. Characters. I think it's 6. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. 6 and Mono. Wow.
Oh, I sussed
So
it
I
out.
kept right. I kept saying Styx and Milo. Like, who the fuck are you talking about?
got the middle letters mixed up.
I remember recording this. This was 2 years ago, by the way. Over 2 years ago. I remember recording this, and you let it slide like the first couple times, and then like I did it one time in the middle of the episode, and you just unloaded on me. Like, who are you talking about? Oh man. Anyways,
Give you a chance to correct.
I know it never happened. Styx and Milo instead of 6 and Mono. Okay, Styx is close, but Milo's not even in the ballpark.
Styx is fine. That's probably the one you kept saying, and I kept letting it slide. And then you said Milo.
You're right. And then like when it's supposed to be Mono, and it's not even in the ballpark. Oh man.
What else was in that building? That building, the secondary building, that's where they're doing like where the panels were being hosted. Certain like video game tournaments, like speedrunning challenges or whatever.
Oh yeah. If you like speedrunning, definitely go to PAX. I think it might be more popular at PAX East.
Ooh.
But I'm not positive. They have it at both of them. But yeah, the speedrunners go crazy at PAX. They're freaks. Like, in the most respectful way possible. They're just insane.
Good freaks. It's just impressive. Really.
It is. It's just like, I don't even know how people find some of the stuff they do.
Their brain is wired differently.
It really is. Really is.
What else was there? There was a really funny lounge. It's called the Inclusivity Lounge, where it was like all like the LGBTQ stuff. And it was really funny that their commitment to inclusivity is like sectioned off in a corner by itself.
Of course
Nowhere near nothing else.
That honestly that's basically the PAX equivalent of like Target's gay pride merch for the month.
Yeah. Oh, it was a nice little break room. I got to play with a Bop It.
I haven't seen a Bop It in years.
Right. They have like these new ones, but they're not as good.
No, nothing.
They keep trying to add gimmicks to it. Just like, no, it's bop it, spin it, and twist it.
Exactly. Well, no, it's pull it.
I mean, pull it.
Come on.
I said twist it twice.
Bop it,
we did a murder mystery.
Twist it again. Murder mystery.
Yeah, I never done one before. I didn't nowhere near come close to like solving the mystery. One, in my defense, it was a really large group with a lot of characters to talk to. And we got to the end and I realized there were like 15 characters I didn't talk to. I thought I talked to everyone.
Hang on. Roughly, how many people? So I'm guessing there's like, what, 20, 25 people there?
Well, there were 25 characters, but they were put into groups of 2. So there were double that amount of people.
Okay.
Like me,
and
my sister are there, so we played the same character.
I got you.
As a unit.
Okay, well that makes more sense that you were confused that you didn't talk to everybody. Or that you thought you talked to everybody. I take it you were not the murderer. I
was not the murderer, and all I did was feed people useless information.
What was the like theme?
We were like space pirates. Or no, we weren't the pirates, but we were in space and we like did like shipment holes. And we had captured this outlaw who had found some secret treasure somewhere. And someone murdered the outlaw, which means we don't get paid because it would bring him in alive for the bounty. And now we're trying to figure out who did it. And the person who did it was like the one person. I did talk to the murderer, and I was like, nah, they seem cool. It was them.
It was them.
I crossed them off my list and everything.
Oh my god. Normally, murder mysteries do have like a pretty large amount of characters, just so it's not like immediately obvious. But I mean, doubling up 2 people for 1 character seems a little much.
I think that's what made it hard. And I only had like 10 minutes to like memorize who my character was and my script and everything going on. So I think he referenced, people would be like, so where were you at the Dead Eye Frontier? I'm like, the what? I don't know. I wasn't there. And then I look at my paper. Oh, I was there.
You were definitely there. Oh, man. Did anybody find out the murderer?
I think like 3 or 4 people got it down. I think a lot of people had trouble like talking to all the characters.
Yeah, that makes sense. I thought you were just going to say talking to people in general, but...
Definitely an exhausting event. I basically just socialized for 2 hours because I was just role playing.
Oh my
because
god!
I don't know how to do
hours.
it. Yes, 2 hours.
Jesus Christ! No way.
We just kept talking and talking. I came up with this side plot. I picked a random character. I'm like, oh, you were childhood best friends, and it threw off so many people.
Just misleading people.
I didn't think it'd be a huge deal, but it misled a lot of people.
Every detail in a murder mystery is important.
I'm like, yeah, we're best friends. And then even better, it turns out that character was there in disguise. And that was one of the characters I didn't get to talk to. So it'd been really funny if I walked up to him and be like, yeah, we're best friends. Since childhood.
The best of friends. We've been so tight. Yeah, the people... the reason details are so important in murder mysteries is because people don't ad-lib.
I thought that was the point.
They don't go off script. I mean, like... You can like embellish, but like everything is supposed to be like pretty detailed.
It was just lie after lie with me. I was doing improv. We were supposed to be doing something else.
The fucking accomplice to the murder.
I had too much yes and.
Yes, and we also went to Applebee's 3 years ago because we're best friends.
Basically.
Incredible.
And then I didn't get to go any, but then there were theater rooms, so they're just like showing movies and stuff.
Whack.
The convention technically was open till 10, but really it was open till 6 because that's when the main hall closed and all the companies went home. And then it was just like misc stuff after hours.
Yeah, convention halls close at such weird times. Like, I get that it's a long day for the people that were working them, but like 6 o'clock, really?
Right, like get a second shift in there.
Exactly, yeah. Get some extra help. People love working cons.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone does, but there are people out there that you could hire that love working cons.
Yeah, just find those people. I think everyone at the Steel Wool booth was having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Hosting Freddie's birthday party, that's probably the only event I could talk about because that's the only one I hung around for.
How was it?
Oh, it was great. You got to play party games, and then if you won the games, you got to win special merch, which I hope they release later on at a later date because now people are scalping it. Because it's just like random little things like trading cards and buttons and pins.
Yeah, people fucking scalp everything, no matter what it is.
No fun allowed.
It's all the companies and like corporations realize that you can market the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And so now everything is like at an event like that is like limited edition or special in some way, alternate or whatever. And it's like super guilt inducing if you don't like get it.
God, I was rushing there. They were doing a thing where like the first 50 people each day got like a full set of trading cards. I was stressing every day trying to get there, and I didn't get there any day.
How many trading cards was it?
They gave out 50 packs per day.
Oh my god. Wild.
I know, right?
What was the... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and they also built animatronics, basically. They built like the puppet in its box. They had a Freddy, which I sent you pictures of. There was a Roxy, a Glam Rock Roxy, and a Glam Rock Chica. It was a giant cupcake, and then they built Jackie the Clown, which was like the new enemy in the demo.
How were they? Were they like life size?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
And they're huge.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I remember they were huge in the movie.
They were indeed. Though Jackie, this clown, was not to scale because I got into the game. I was like, she's pretty big as I'm looking at her like real life model, and I get, oh my god, she's fucking huge.
Well, come on, there's only so
intimidating.
There's only so big they could make it.
Like, she was big. She's like, we're in a warehouse, and she's like towering over like in the doorways. Those are big doorways.
Massive lady.
The next Lady Dimitrescu.
Of course. It was only a matter of time. What was the best cosplay that you saw?
Someone did a really good Withered Bonnie. Like, it looked like something that came straight off the movie set. Its eyes even lit up, and they had the one arm. I don't know how they pulled it off, but like the face was like gone like it's supposed to be. It looked really realistic. And they got robbed in the cosplay contest.
Oh, really?
As they lost, I think they lost to the fact that it was just a child they were up against. Because it was just a child dressed as Cassie, who was just a little girl in little girl clothing.
Yeah, pandering to let people win.
Ridiculous. There was also a really good Ennard. They had like light up eyes and everything. That was cool.
Nice. That seems pretty cool.
And then the one... Oh.
No, go ahead.
And then the one that really stole the show was like when someone cosplayed as like a partial mimic. Like they had the head and they had the claws. Everyone loved them.
Still didn't win though. Horrible. Robbed of his victory.
Indeed.
That sounds pretty cool. So you're going to go again?
Oh, yeah. I can't believe I was on the fence about going. Definitely going again next year.
Are you going to go to like other conventions now that you've gone to this one? Or is it just this one?
Just this one at least.
For now.
I don't trust other conventions. That's why I was hesitant to go to this one, because a lot of conventions kind of suck. You go there for one specific thing. And then I went there for Five Nights at Freddy's. Right, but I was very pleasantly surprised that the rest was really good.
Well, that's good. But, like you said, it was worth the money.
Yeah.
That's good. Any other things to mention before we wrap this one up?
I don't think so. Definitely go to your PAX, your local PAX, if you get the chance. Great convention. Really well organized.
Local PAX, the two things on the complete opposite ends of the country.
Listen, good enough.
All three. Or your fucking PAX AWU.
That's where Cult of the Lamb is.
It sure is. That one would be a good one to go to. I bet they have a lot of cool stuff there.
I know, right? I wish they'd come over here. I can't go to Australia.
I know. Dress up as He Who Waits.
Yeah. You and me, the lamb and he who waits.
just slaughter a live lamb. Just bring that. This is the lamb. That if He Who Waits would have won, that's what the lamb.
That's your cosplay.
Right. Like I'm the He Who Waits, and then this is the dead lamb that, defied me.
Amazing.
That would be fun. I mean, I would go to Australia. That would be fun.
If only. It's just such a hassle to get there. I've looked into it.
I have too. It oddly takes like forever to get there.
It feels so close. It's like right there.
Like it is close, but it's also like miles and miles and like an unfathomable number of miles away from land or from like other land,
Yeah.
Or not like Australia, but from like where we are to like Australia.
Yeah.
There's just that whole like bit of ocean that has literally nothing in it. Well, PAX West sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was in California.
Maybe I'll come to your side and go to PAX East.
I might be going to PAX Unplugged, which is like in Philadelphia, which is not that far.
Oh, that one's in the middle. See, there is. Everyone's got their local PAX.
Not in the middle. It's
Where's
still on the
Philadelphia?
It's still on the East Coast.
Oh.
It's like 8 hours from me. So it's like 4 hours. No, it's like a couple hours from Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
It's like not that far. Maybe a couple hours is putting it lightly, but it's still just a couple. I mean, like for most of the US, a couple hours still includes like 8 hours.
Yeah. What state is Philadelphia in?
I'll let you figure that one out.
Oh, it's not on the map I looked up.
What do you mean? What map did you look up?
It's just, I just Googled map of the US and it's just only got the state names. It's like a child's map.
It's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I've been there. I almost went to college there.
It's not on the map I looked up. It's in Pennsylvania.
I see. I found it.
Ah, good job. Nicely done. Cross that one off the map.
For the longest time, I could not conceive of where Pennsylvania was. I still couldn't conceive of where it was while I was in Pennsylvania.
To be honest, listen, don't make me break out the map. We don't want that one surfacing the internet.
Do you still have that on your wall? Where do you keep that?
I have it in my collection of Hampshire stuff.
I see.
I have a couple boxes of things from Hampshire. Well, we had one night, Wolfie, a bunch of our mod mates, the people that we lived with, we had Wolfie fill out a blank map of the U.S. And it is truly a sight to behold. The amount of just like unfathomable guesses are too high. I
think the highlight of that night is where I placed Idaho and the confidence I placed it with. I think it was like one of the first 4 I put down.
You were confident about so many of them, and just I don't know where the confidence came from, but boy, if I had even a shred of that, I'd be unstoppable.
That's why they had to nerf you. That can't have too much confidence.
That night you were just fucking Icarus the whole night. Flying way too close to the sun, and boy, did you get burned.
The only thing holding me back was I just couldn't remember the names off the top of my head. You
guys
guys got me a list and I was ready.
Yeah, we got a list for you. And the best part was like at the end, you were like, oh, well, I don't know where this goes, but I have this name and this space, so we're going to put it there.
I knew it didn't go there, but it's all I had.
You're just like taking the square block and smashing it in the like triangle hole. It's like, get in there. That's a beautiful map, though. Truly an heirloom.
Gotta sell that as merch.
Just put it on a shirt. That'd be so good. All right. Enough about PAX West. I'm glad you had a good time. It looked pretty cool from all the stuff you sent.
Yeah.
Let us know how your trips to PAX were or are.
Yeah, maybe you saw me. I was the giant rabbit.
That's right. Maybe you saw them. But we have a question of the week from Rain. Wolf, what is it?
This week's question of the week is, what is the worst drink that people actually like?
I have a hard time answering this question.
Oh.
Well, because I think there's a lot of garbage drinks out there.
Fair.
That people like and drink. What do you have one?
Coconut milk.
Do people like actually just like drink that?
Yeah, there's like a certain brand. It's like branded in a cute little box.
Well, it's coconut water, right?
Is it?
Yeah, you're thinking of like the blue box, right? Yeah, that's coconut water.
Just as awful.
People do drink coconut water, which is why I was confused. Like, I'm not sure how much people drink coconut milk, but
what's those other ones? I'm blanking on the name, but it's like that sparkling water with barely any taste.
Well, most sparkling water.
Well, but especially
Spindrift.
Yeah.
It's like in a can.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Spindrift and there's
something else with an S.
Yeah, there's another one that I can't quite remember. I don't remember. I know there's Perrier, Polar. Oh, LaCroix is the one I was thinking.
LaCroix!
That's the one. Spindrift is not bad. LaCroix feels like you took sparkling water and like put the fruit next to the can and hope it absorbed the flavor.
God, people love that shit. I fucking hate it.
People go crazy over it. There's not all Spindrift brands or flavors are good, but the lemon one actually is quite good. And there's a couple other flavors, but I have not come across a good LaCroix drink. It is terrible.
I've been to a couple parties now where I just brought my own soda because all they drink is LaCroix.
Oh yeah, you got to bring your own beverages now. I have
taste buds are too refined.
Or you just have taste buds. People like drinking sand.
True.
I have one that's controversial.
Ooh.
And I understand that I'm in the minority, but I still think everybody is wrong.
Okay.
Coffee.
What?
It doesn't matter what kind. I've never had a good coffee beverage. The smell is terrible.
Okay, maybe that's why. You don't like the smell.
The taste is always bitter, or you dose it up so much with other things, such as like sugar and cream, that at that point, what is the point of drinking coffee?
Splash of caffeine.
Exactly. Just do anything else to get your caffeine addiction for the morning.
That's fair.
It is. I respect people that just drink it normal coffee. Yeah. But the people that like use all these different additions to it, like Dunkin' or Starbucks.
Yeah.
You're not coffee enjoyers. You just want sugar.
Yeah. I just need a splash of milk and like 1 scoop of sugar.
Yeah, I
think it's mostly the milk for me, honestly.
Sure, yeah. The splash of milk is fine. A bit, a scoop of sugar, that's fine too, because that's no different than tea at that point.
Yeah.
People put sugar in tea, but like getting like a Starbucks or coffee drink, awful. And Rain is truly the like what's the word? The I can't even think of the word.
Aficionado.
Yeah, she is hooked on Starbucks.
Of course she is. Just dousing everything in fucking caramel.
Exactly. Like at that point, just say you have an addiction to sugar. Like it's okay.
So many people, when I worked at Starbucks, some people would order macchiatos and they'd want like extra caramel. I'm like, at that point, why are you ordering a macchiato?
Yeah.
Just order some caramel drink.
Right.
Sounds like you don't like macchiatos.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get the whole part of it is the smell. I just think coffee smells horrible.
Interesting. Maybe that's a gene thing. Like how something tastes like mint, tastes like
it's cilantro. It tastes like soap.
Yeah, cilantro. It tastes like soap.
Yeah. Which is funny because my cousin has that same, like they can't do cilantro. But that is like a genetics thing.
Yeah.
Like that's not just it tastes bad, but it's like it literally tastes like soap.
I will say there was one coffee I had one time and then never found it again that I was able to drink black. It was so good.
I grew up with, or I went to high school. I don't want to say I grew up, but I went to high school with someone who would eat coffee beans and drink pure black coffee.
What a freak!
He would grind up beans from a bag, make the coffee, add nothing to it. It's pure black coffee. And then he would, with it, eat coffee beans.
That was a cry for help.
Well, he ended up joining the military, so yeah, maybe.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it was the same person. You're going to hate this. It was the same person that during lunchtime would eat packets of mustard.
What?
Yeah.
It's worse. I can accept just drinking black coffee, but why are you eating the beans? I don't even think they're edible. I mean, technically they are edible.
They were completely.
But so are corn kernels.
They said they taste good.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, this is also coming from the person that eats mustard packets.
Mustard and dirt eater.
I have another drink that people actually like.
All right.
Anything with pineapple juice.
That's fair. I don't like pineapple.
Pineapple is bottom tier fruit. It is not edible, and I will not stand for anyone arguing with me on this.
Pineapple doesn't even want to be edible. It bites back.
Oh yeah.
Because like when you eat a bunch of pineapple, it just erodes you.
Right, it does. I another person in high school, his favorite fruit was pineapple, but he was allergic to it.
Ugh.
So he would just eat it, and then his entire mouth would go numb.
Oh my god!
And then he couldn't talk for about 2 hours.
Amazing. He really liked pineapple.
He really liked pineapple, and it was also a great way to get out of class.
True.
He's like, oh, what's happening to me? Anyways, yeah, pineapple, horrible, awful. Don't put it
That
in any
tracks.
drink. The only thing I'll allow it in sparingly is a smoothie because you can just drown it with other flavors.
Right. It's just a filler.
Right. What else do you not like?
Mimosas.
What?
I don't like mimosas. And bitches
Really?
love mimosas for some reason.
I don't think they're like anything crazy, but like it's a fine drink for me.
Maybe it's a genetic thing because I feel like when I drink a mimosa, I'm tasting alcohol and orange juice separately, so they just taste like I'm drinking curdled orange juice.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like anything mind blowing, but I've never heard that one though. Because yeah, you're right. Most people do love mimosas. They're refreshing.
Bottomless mimosas, guys.
I have one more.
Ooh.
Nope, I lost it. Immediately forgot what it was.
God, just like that.
Yeah. Oh, I remembered. Red wine.
Oh yeah, awful.
Awful. Wine in general is not great, but fruit wine, well, like non-grapefruit wine.
Yeah.
And white,
Wouldn't that be
certain
mead?
white wines. Well, no, you can do like pear wine. Pear wine is good, but that's not like a red wine. You know, that's like a light. Yeah. That's a white line. That's not grapes. But yeah, most wine is bad, but especially red wine.
That's fair. That's valid. So you speak the truth.
Naturally, of course I do. Look who you're talking
to. Not you. Not usually a truth speaker.
I am always if anyone on this podcast is a truth speaker, it's me. You're a hypocrite.
No.
You're a sheep, is what you are.
You're a sheep.
I've never been a sheep in my life.
Your insistence that you're not a sheep is sheep behavior.
No, the sheep know they're sheep. Okay.
I don't think they do.
They do. They all think that they're woke and above sheepdom, but I don't think I'm above it. I just know I'm not part of it. Like, I'm not trying to be cooler than everyone else. I just see them for what they are. You are like just wearing a sheep costume, but you're also a sheep.
No. Why am I wearing the costume then?
Because you think you're not, you know.
I know. I think your analogy is failing. It's failing the skill check.
Well, what I meant to say was you're a sheep in a dog costume is what I meant to say. I'm the real dog. Anyways, about time to wrap this one up. Wolf, take it away.
I'm Wolf taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 132 of You're Ridiculous.
Woo!
If you liked all that, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you're watching on a podcast website, be sure to hit the plus and give it 5 stars to support the show. You can follow us across the internet, the main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me at Duval Lucas at 7 Angry Watts with an E.
You can follow
me at Rainbow Does without the W. We'll see you guys all again next week, but until then, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.